Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about how nobody in the world has more than 24 hours in a day. And yes, that sounds obvious, like everyone's day is 24 hours. But then it got me thinking of, first of all, the reason I wanted to make this video is because I have a lot on my plate right now, and I'm like stressed that I can't get everything done in the time I want to get them done, whether it's a website or a platform or specific calls or other personal matters and like health checkup. I had a dentist appointment today. I was like, oh my god, like this is like right in the middle of the day, and it's kind of breaks my day up into two. All this, so then I took a moment. I was like, okay, I'm trying to bring my stress level down and think, well, I have 24 hours in a day. The dentists have 24 hours in a day. Billionaires have 24 hours in a day. Nobody alive is lucky enough to have more than 24 hours in a day. So then it got me thinking, okay, well, if everyone has the same amount of time in a day, what what matters? And that's attention. It's what you prioritize, what you say yes to, and more importantly, what you say no to. So for example, if I didn't prioritize my health, I wouldn't have gone to the dentist, and I would have taken that time instead to move further in a different vertical of life. There's my cat over there. I don't know if you can see his tail. But it's really important to kind of have this mind frame for so many reasons. One reason I use it a lot for are in times of petty anger, I would say. I used to get angry pretty easily, and I've worked on myself within these past 2-3 years so that now like nothing really bothers me to that extent unless it's something I really value or really care about. And like a super small example, for example, like if someone flips you off in the car, are you really going to take that attention and allow some random act by someone, like someone that has nothing to do with your life, and let that affect your next minute, your next hour? Sometimes people even let it affect their entire day. Like as it's becoming a slave to the emotions that are thrust upon you by other people. And again, 3 years ago, I would have been mad. I would have flipped them off back. Like I'd give them back. And then I realized like it doesn't serve me. It's something that a strong person does not need or does not do. And if you want to be a weak person, keep doing it. But if you want to really change and become something or someone stronger and more powerful, don't let external factors affect how you are and how you feel. And I'm saying this like it's easy. It's one of the most difficult things anyone will ever take on in their lives, and that's definitely has been for me. Like knowing and understanding how to control your emotions is easy to talk about, but it's really hard to do in practice. But I urge you, try it. Like I'm not saying you should be unfazed by anything 24/7, but if you ever catch yourself like someone cuts you off, like just laugh it off. Like it's all right. Nothing's gonna change in your life if you don't let it. So going back to attention, with giving your time and in turn your life more minutes or hours of negative emotion, you're just devaluing yourself. Because again, that person that may have bothered you may or may not see you again, may or not be in your life again, and you're allowing that interaction or that discussion, I would say, like if there's like an argument or something like that, you're allowing it to affect who you are on a daily basis, and it's intruding and infringing on who you're meant to be and who you're striving to be. So if you ever are struggling with dealing with your emotions, try to take a step back and think of why are you feeling this way. Because a lot of times I'll tell you I'll be super pissed off, and I can't even tell you why I'm mad. Like I'm just mad. So in those times I like to kind of take a step back, do something I want to do, allow my attention to divert to something else, and then revisit it and be like, was it was it worth me giving that negative attention to it or not? And if not, then that's awesome. I can move on from it. Now, there are times where it was worth having your negative attention, and that in and of itself allows you to grow and to transform into something better. So, in addition to controlling your emotions and your attention, it's also prioritizing what you value and what's important. It's 1 p.m. by the way, if you can hear that. So, when you can prioritize, you're basically telling yourself and everyone around you, this is what's most important to me from thing. So, like, let's say, for example, I had this problem, what was like a few months ago. My sister was back home and my family wanted to spend time together. And this was like a time where I was super busy, like all this work. And like, I'm like working like 12, 13, 14 hours a day. And I can't afford to not be. I took a step back and I was like, okay, my sister's only here for, I think she was like 5 days, something like that. So I was like, okay, I need to actually show up and be there. So I decided to sacrifice my work for my family and my relationships. And lo and behold, I didn't lose progress on work. I just made my attention during the work just that much sharper so that I could accomplish in 8 hours what I could have accomplished usually in 12 or 13. And I think that's a really big emphasis on attention and time. Even though I said everyone has 24 hours in a day, and the reason I say, by the way, nobody has more than 24 hours because some people have less. Like if you die that day, I mean, there goes less than 24 hours. So nobody has more than 24 hours in a day. And the reason why I say that is it because it's 100% true. But it's also true that a billionaire spends his hours in his day much, much differently than someone who's not a billionaire. For example, if you're just if you're a student, a lot of your hours are spent learning, or at least sitting in a class, taking notes, and then going out with friends, hanging out, eating food, all this, blah, blah, blah. Now, Elon Musk, love him or hate him, I will not comment on this right now. Geniuses aren't normal. Let's just put it that way. Now, Elon Musk, he doesn't take like dinner breaks. He'll work and someone will bring him dinner or bring him lunch or whatever, and it's just work, sleep, work, sleep, work. And there's a reason he is where he is. Whether or not you think that's because he deserves it or not, he has worked his ass off his entire life. People like that, like Mr. Beast, Jimmy Donaldson, same thing. Like these are sociopaths so dedicated to their craft that their hours in a day are the same as ours, but they get so much more done in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, 20 hours. Like their leverage is way stronger. So this is when people ask like, oh, how can they have done so much when everyone has the same hours a day? It's not that they have more hours, it's that they do more in those hours and they're more efficient with it. For example, today, because I knew I had a dentist appointment at 12, it kind of mentally blocked me from getting good work done before then. So it was really like, oh, okay, I'll just start really working when I get back. Like I did some work in the morning, and usually the problem is today I woke up very late, and usually I'll have like 5-6 hours of good working time after I work out all that, and I can just sit down and work. But I didn't have that today, so I had like 2 hours where I was like, okay, I'm trying to figure out if it's business call right here, Jack Savage, on this real quick then. But where was I at? It prevented me from getting and appreciating the time I had in the moment. So I guess this is a long video just to say everybody has the same amount of waking hours. It's what you do with it that counts. and appreciate those hours, because time flies, and one day you'll wish you had spent that hour differently, that day differently, that week, that year differently. So make sure you do what you want to do and not what you feel like you have to do. And when I say what you want to do, what you want to do for yourself in 50 years, not for yourself now. Because yourself today is going to want to sit back, relax, enjoy the calm and the quiet, but then you're just setting yourself up for failure. And like that's really what it is. Like I wanted to take a break today, but I can't let myself do it because I know it's going to prevent me from reaching where I need to go. And even just getting the habit of, oh, okay, I can fuck off today and do nothing. Like it doesn't make sense. Now, I'm not saying, again, don't take breaks. Like you should 100% take breaks when you need it, and allow yourself to recoup. But really enjoy the hours you have and enjoy what you can from the hours you prioritize. Make sure you enjoy them. Anyways, I will catch you guys tomorrow for another video. Oh, by the way, yesterday was video number 100 in a row, I realized. Because I started, so basically, quarter one, since mid-January, I started like making daily videos for myself to kind of work on talking, articulating, all this. So if I started in January, I would have been way worse than I am now. And I'm still bad, so like imagine that. But again, this is something I'm prioritizing. I'm spending 10, 15, sometimes even like 30, 45 minutes a day just dedicated to putting content out there for myself, but also for anyone who finds value in it. So that being said, number 101. Yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.